Good evening. Hello. How are you? It's Sunday. And even though it's much later in Sunday than I normally do it, Sunday's Words Day. I had a little day trip I had to take today. Um, but I'm back now. It's 7 o'clock, and we're gonna do some words. And then I don't know, maybe Stone and Smack will get on and we'll play Overwatch, the usual evening activity. I got to drive downstate back to a place where I used to live. Um, between I don't know, 15 and 12 years ago, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, maybe. Long time ago. And it was very nostalgic. I saw a lot of places that I haven't seen in a long time. I ate at the Chinese restaurant that I used to eat at like 3 times a week. And they were a little different, but still wonderful. Still delicious. And very cheap. And that's really good. They were fucking great. It was like I took my first bite of my spring roll, my crab rangoons, and just a wave of feeling washed over me as I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember. This is what it was like." It was great. I loved it. That wasn't the only thing I went down for, obviously, but that's the aspect of it which I'm choosing to relay. And it was really good. I really had a very, very nice time. But it was a lot of driving. Probably about I left about 9:25 this morning, maybe. And I probably was out of the car for a total of an hour since then. So it's been about I don't know, 10 hours. So I drove for 9 hours, maybe. Like we ate Chinese for maybe half an hour, and we stopped at rest areas and stuff. But it was a lot of driving today. Um, but it was good. It was worth it. It was nice. But that's why I'm here at 7 p.m. instead of 9:30 a.m. Let's start her up. Get her ripping. Someone sends their thanks, and another space seal, and another bunny. I don't remember if we asked anything last time, did we? I suppose not. I am a woman from Germany. I have Moldovan and Russian blood inside of me. We are humans. Okay. Oh my god. Go watch Tom Holland's Umbrella video. You're welcome. You know what? The man said it. Tom Holland's Umbrella. The lip sync battle. This is gonna get us copyright striked based on what I'm looking at. Looks like it's got Umbrella by Rihanna in it. And it looks like what it is Tom Holland wearing women's clothes, swinging an umbrella around. Which, you know, Tom Holland's a talented live young man. He can pull it off. And Umbrella's a good song. We all love Ella, 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 A. Well, we're not going to go watch it. One more. Uno mas. Hug 30. We don't like those. We don't like the hugs. I appreciate passing on the hugs. I refuse. Hmm. Anti-discrimination's good. That's a good message. I don't know if I like "I'm sorry" as my message though, because that person didn't do it. Probably. Comb your hair or wash your face, brush your teeth, or eat something nice. Makes sense. You're breathtaking. All right, that's a good one. We like that one. Maybe we can do. I wonder if we have the zoom set up. No, we definitely don't have the zoom set up anymore. I never liked how I had it done. Maybe what I need to do is let's see. You know what? It doesn't matter. That's a good one though. That's a good one. I got to think about how I want to set up the zoom again, because I do like being able to zoom in on stuff that doesn't even have a zoom function. I think it's fun, but we're not going to bother with it right now. Write to me how you feel. Nah. Elle just wants us to reveal the secrets to him. Scapegoated men, did you ever achieve victory and escape your abusive relatives or fraudulent help? Mine act like in Knives Out, 26 years a sheltered Boy Scout. I truth tell to authority 8 times with video and emails. Lose court ordered ill/SMI. What is SMI? Schizophrenic and bipolar disorder. Severe mental illness. I don't really have any good things to say to this guy. Not that I would say bad things to him, but I don't know what to tell him, you know? There's a lot of injustice, I guess, in the world. And I don't know the context of his truth-telling to authority, whatever that means. There's also a thing where people with genuine severe mental illness will overreact to extremely minor things and act like they are, I don't know, worthy of calling the police and truth-telling to authority, whatever that means. Truth-tell is such a weird phrase that it makes me think that this guy probably does have severe mental illness, which is part of why I don't want to respond to him. So even though, yes, I believe there's a lot of injustice in the world and people can be railroaded by the courts, perhaps, and abused by their relatives and families and all that, I have a suspicion with this one that they probably have something more severe going on. And I don't want to encourage them to do anything We don't want to enable it, you know? We're not going to touch this one. Court-ordered ill/SMI says, don't touch this with a 10-foot pole. My partner burned out hard in January and March. They're back on their feet now, though, and thriving. It's been hard on me. My work for a client is quite behind. The amount of work terrifies me a bit. I'm taking it a day at a time. I could use encouragement. Anyone been here? I haven't ever really been there, fellow Jay. That said, taking it a day at a time is all we can do, you know? It... to feel like you've fallen behind to where you are now. So don't get discouraged. It takes you a little while. Few months to work your way back up to feeling like you're in the right spot again. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think that's the thing. Life. Tell them to grab life by the horns and fuck it till they get their stride. I don't think that's a little vulgar. Rip stream. Did something go wrong with the stream? What happened? Am I dead? Okay. I'm not seeing any... Like, it didn't say I dropped any frames or anything, so I'll just assume it was Twitch for a minute. But yeah, I mean, if you fall behind on something, you do something for 3 months and it fucks your life up, it can't be fixed overnight, you know? You're probably going to need to take, like, a little while. 3 months to get everything sorted back out again, you know? I guess that's the message I'm trying to tell fellow Jay. I think we'll probably just leave it there, though. We'll hit him with a good luck, love you. And that'll be good. And we'll throw him this Yeti. We love this Yeti. I'm happy with that, you know? How are you doing today, Philip? Have you had a nice couple of days since we talked last? You've been keeping it real? Or Tarkov. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. I've been having a nice time playing Overwatch with my friends Smack and Stone. Have you seen Ghosts of Tabor? Ghosts of Tabor is VR Tarkov. I played a little of that a couple of weeks ago. It was pretty fun. It's still very early. But it seems like it could be good, you know? Under an NDA for it. That must have been really early. But yeah, that's pretty neat. I liked Ghost of Tabor. I don't know if you ever played any VR stuff, but it was good. Well, bipolar, a lot of the times bipolar, or like, we'll just say that, is like, you've got, like a normal person has like well-regulated emotions most of the time, you know? A person with bipolar disorder is either going to be having depressive episodes where they're like, you know, they're sad all the time and they're thinking about killing themselves and they don't want to get up and they don't want to move, and then they'll swap between that and manic episodes where you have a lot of energy and you get a lot of shit done and you start a lot of new projects and you're like, I'm gonna stream every day for 8 hours and I'm gonna work out every day, and you start doing it and you do it for like a week and a half, and then you swap back to depressive mode and you feel like shit for not getting up and working out and not getting up and streaming, and you do this back and forth thing as a bipolar disorder person. And the manic episode is like, yeah, they're in a state where they're like, you know, they're on basically. Um, but I think I'm having a manic episode. I don't want to do anything for more than 3 seconds. My head hurts. I feel anxious, and I don't want people to talk to me. An unfortunate part of my brain, and I wish I could access. It's fair. I mean, we're not all therapists, you know? I'm certainly more inclined to your attitude most of the time, if I'm honest. I think people... Things have gotten worse for people mentally in the last, like, 20 years, I would say, but I think also there's, like, value to be had in faking it as well. And I think people fake it for attention as an easy way to get social media clout, unfortunately. And that bugs the shit out of me. So I don't think many people fake it on kind words. There's not much social media clout to be had on kind words. But I know what you mean. I think there's it's hard for a normal person who's not like, I'm not a fucking doctor, you know? But yeah, I know what you mean. It's like, you know, somebody on Facebook or Twitter is like, oh, they have 15 different mental disorders in their bio. It's like, do you, or are you saying that so people will give you attention, sort of thing? Not to be mean about it, because I'm sure some people do, but it feels fake, I guess, is what I'm saying. And but I don't like. There is no clout to be gained on kind words, so I don't think that this person is faking it. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's a thing. It gives me like a bad impression, I guess, a lot of the time. I mean, I don't think people, like, in situations where they really have it, I don't think people let things happen to them, you know? There's like, it's brain chemicals, man. You can't really control your brain chemicals. There are some things, like, you can certainly let it be worse than it is, but it's bad sometimes, you know? You just, I don't know. People suffer, I guess. We all suffer, and some of us suffer in different ways. There are ways you can minimize it, right? But you have to be able to, like, there's like thresholds, you know. If you can't even, like, I don't know, get up and do the dishes, I guess. Yeah. Yes, what I'll say, I'm with you there, is that it's never somebody else's fault. Like, a person can legitimately have depression, and it's a like a problem that can be treated with drugs because it's a brain chemical thing, but it's not like I have depression because of somebody else doing something to me, you know? Unless it's like long-term abuse or something, and then it's like PTSD or whatever, but that's a whole lot of other things. There's a lot going on there. That would be different than a manic episode, probably, but yeah, there's a lot of reasons for it at all. Yeah. It's all very complicated. I'm not a fucking doctor, man. Which is what I'm going to say. Hey, I know you're feeling really bad right now. And probably you've heard it before, but the best thing you can probably do is go ask somebody for help. You could, with doctor, figure out maybe that it's just your goofy, anxious brain chemicals, and maybe you can get like a pill or something that just you right up. A lot of mental problems aren't just mental, and they can be treated. I'm not a doctor though, which is why you should go see one instead of this. To be okay, love you. I don't know. I mean, maybe. It depends on how mean you were. If you were mean enough to get reported over and over by all the sensitive people who use it, you might get banned, I guess. I'm not really sure. We're gonna hit him with this. Is there any solution for daydreaming? I sometimes think about the most unrelated people together, and mostly we have little chats or fights in my head. Go smoke, dude. Have a nice night. Thank you for coming and saying hi. You think Elle is a woman? What makes you think Elle is a woman? Is there any solution for daydreaming? Oh. Wait, clicked wrong button. What? I don't know. I don't understand what you mean. Clicked wrong button, window closed. I'm assuming maybe you were... Oh, never met a man who starts... I'm gonna disagree with you there, dude. I think it's more like you think back in the shower to a conversation you had the day before and how cool you could have been if you said this other thing, you know? It's that sort of thing. Everybody does that shit. I think that's probably all they're like talking about, basically. Except that they do say they do it out loud, which is a little stranger. But But have a nice smoke, dude. Have a nice night. But I don't know that that's necessarily daydreaming either. Here's lyrics to a song. I'm ready. Hit me for it. Hit me with it. You write them out, dude. I'll sing them. Well, we can't go back. We don't know where to begin. All the life drains out. We can't try making amends. Even though I'm trying my best, doing all I can, as you might have guessed, I don't know how to pretend. I can't accept that the past is dead. None of the line breaks worked there, so I had to like. I guess there's capitals on every line break probably, but I kind of just ran on sentence it. It might be that. It's also just like. Oh. I don't think daydreaming is really a thing that you want a solution for, right? Daydreaming is kind of a nice thing. And maybe a little distracted, I guess, but it's like. Do you want to take your capability for abstract thinking away, you know? Not really. Not that that's exactly what daydreaming is, but it's like it's like a way our brain processes our past experiences, you know? Just like regular dreaming is, except daydreaming is like, you know, you're sort of just thinking, right? That's all daydreaming really is you're just thinking about something else. You're not focused on what you're doing. I think what this person probably is their biggest problem here is that it said L says that the thing doesn't let me sleep or have rest, which is like if you're just up at night laying in bed thinking about things, that's pretty rough. I don't really have a good solution to that. Not being able to shut your brain off to go to sleep. Maybe that's like a caffeine thing. Maybe they're drinking too much caffeine. And they're just not tired. They're laying in bed up all night, not able to sleep because they're awake, you know? I don't... Have a nice night, dude. Good night. I really think that daydreaming is a problem to be solved. I think it's more like just unfocused thought. Like not paying attention to I feel like today we're really just like recommending go see a doctor and get drugs, bro. But, you know, sometimes that's what you need. Sometimes if you have an attention problem or a depression problem, that's what you should do, I guess. So, I'm not going to feel bad about it, I guess. Um, uh, let's throw an it's in here. Where can we make up a space? Well, that's not what I want. Let's do this. We have to have the smiley face in there. That's more important than the word lots of. Hit him with the little froggins. What is your comfort activity, or what do you do when you feel anxious to keep yourself busy or distracted? I play Unpacking or Stardew Valley. Also wear my headphones and just daydream. We're gonna skip that one. It's 90 and our home has no air conditioning. The heat is impacting my health. '90 is not that hot. I mean, it's hot, right? I'd be complaining. But like, it's not migraines, nausea, trouble sleeping, I guess. Feeling uncomfortable, sure. Trouble sleeping, okay. But like migraines, nausea, 90's not that hot. Although inside, maybe 90 outside, and you're in a, I don't know, a poorly insulated house with no circulation, and it's like 100 inside. More like, maybe. That would be worse. Hold cold showers, cold drinks, ice cubes, ice cream, like maybe make a makeshift fan out of like a book or something too. There's lots of ways to cool off a little bit. It's only temporary. It won't be a lot. That said, place with a cooler climate. So maybe my advice is limited. I don't know. I suppose 90 degrees, this person could be like 500 pounds too. If they're obese, which a lot of people are, they could be feeling the heat worse, I suppose. Sat around. Good luck. Love you. What looks like a nice, cool thing? Who looks like the coolest character in here? Snow Globe? Snowman. I worry about not completing everything I've dreamed of because of my lack of memory. What should I do about it? The doctors can't figure out what is the problem. Um, get rid of this part. Let's get rid of this. That's okay. I don't hate it. We're feeling a little loose here, but I'm enjoying it. I'm liking it. This is a good one for the penguin. I hate how my body, face, makeup, hair look. I've tried to change my hairstyle, my style of makeup, my outfits, but I feel disgusting and have nauseas when I look at the mirror. I've lost lots of weight, but it didn't help either. I don't know. I mean, it's like classic teenage girl body image issues, right? I don't... Is the vibe I'm getting from this. I really don't know what to say to that, though. Like... Like, is it better to tell somebody that you're beautiful the way you are, you know? Or is it better to tell somebody that you can sculpt the work of art out of the hideous mass of clay that is your current form, you know? Is it better through hard work to become what you want to be, or is it better to tell somebody who's struggling that they're okay the way they are? I don't know. What's that one statue called where it's like a person sculpting themselves out of a fat version of themselves? Let's see if I can Google that real fast. Skinny person sculpting themselves out of the fat body. This is it. Your true potential... Wait, sorry. An extra disturbing iteration of the idea... Oh, this is like a fat acceptance website. But this is what I was talking about. Uh, like, this is a great image, right? But you know, there's a certain type of person that absolutely doesn't want to see that. Like, that's what this is. The Thin Woman Inside lie. That website, obviously, they've posted that picture because they hate it. But like, to somebody else, that's an inspiring image, you know? Um, um, hmm. Maybe we just hit him with both, I guess. I think there's two ways to look at it. First, this is a bad way to phrase it. This is a really bad way to phrase it, and I don't. What am I doing? Maybe we just leave it at this. Um, let's see. Let's go back to first here. I like first better. Um, I think that's okay. I think I like it. We'll hit them with both. They can take what they want from it. We'll throw them a hedgehog. You know, if they hate me for saying this part, that's okay too. Because I think I'm in this side. There's some genetic predisposition to obesity, yeah, but I think you can work on it. Almost everybody can. Like, 100 years ago, we weren't all the way we are now. Mostly it's probably the food that we eat now that is the real problem. The realest problem is that we all drink pop and we all eat processed foods. And every single thing we eat has high fructose corn syrup in it. Or like hydrogenated soybean oil and all this other... There's so much stuff that is just like extremely calorie dense that we just put in ourselves all the time. And I'm no exception. But there's a certain type of person who doesn't want to be told that they can work on being better. So hopefully they don't hate me for saying that. But if they do, we'll live. We'll live. We saw that one at the start. I 20M had a friend 20W in my bed because she wanted to come and I sleep with her. I even hug her, and later she thought that I wanted something romantic with her. I later explained that doing that was something normal to me. She thinks that I wanted sex, but no. I'm not gonna touch this one, honestly. This is like... you're both 20. You're not a child, right? She's probably right. And he's probably trying to play it off. And this is just a little weird. A little weird for me. I mean, if you're like a romantic or asexual person or whatever, maybe this is... Maybe your brain just isn't even thinking that, but... statistically speaking, most people aren't. It's like 0.001% of people or whatever, so this guy's probably trying to get some. That said, what is she sleeping in his bed for? So, if she's acting weird about it, it's kind of on her too. It's all like, this is very weird, I don't want to touch it. Blocked one of my friends. We're gonna skip this one too. We're gonna look for something good. I've been feeling this recently. But we're gonna skip that one too. I don't want to think about it too hard. What's with that number like 7389473? I don't get it. I'm sorry. Uh, you know what? I gotta send a text. Let me go. Hmm. Let's look up 4,000 weeks. What is this? Time management for mortals. If you live to be 80 years old, is that 52 times 80? I guess that's right. Its premise is that to become empowered, you must accept the limitations and lack of control over your life. The average human lifespan is absurdly, terrifyingly, insultingly short. "4,000 Weeks: Time Management for Mortals" is a 2021 non-fiction book written by British author Oliver Burkeman. The title draws from the premise that the average human lifespan is absurdly, terrifyingly, insultingly short. Assuming you live to be 80, you'll have had about 4,000 weeks. 4,000 Weeks is a philosophical exploration of the modern relationship with time, along with how humans can make the most of a finite existence. The book was a New York Times bestseller. The book starts by exploring the concept of time. Berkman juxtaposes existence in the modern world to life before the invention of clocks. For the medieval farmer, work was infinite, and life revolved around a task orientation. The rhythms of life emerge organically from the tasks themselves. According to Berkman, clocks were invented as a way to coordinate the actions of multiple people. People then started treating time as a resource to be used, bought, and sold. In turn, this creates pressure to be more efficient. The trouble with attempting to master your time is that time ends up mastering you. Berkman suggests a limit-embracing attitude to time, organizing your days with the understanding that you definitely won't have time for everything you want to do. The book then turns to the pitfalls of modern life. It mentions the efficiency trap. Rendering yourself more efficient won't generally result in feeling of having enough time because the demands will increase to offset any benefits. This is definitely true. You work harder, you do things faster, you get assigned more work. Guaranteed. Convenience culture is another pitfall. Freeing up time backfires in terms of quantity because the freed up time just fills with more things you feel you have to do, accidentally eliminating things we didn't realize we valued until they were gone. Berkman explores Heidegger's idea that every moment of human existence deals with the constraints of finitude. Any decision made closes off the possibility of countless other choices. Berkman encourages embracing the joy of missing out, the thrilling recognition that if you didn't have to decide what to miss out on, your choices couldn't truly mean everything. According to Berkman, a crucial problem of time management is knowing what to do when far too many things feel at least somewhat important. He suggests that, in addition to acknowledging the limits of not being able to accomplish everything, people should decide what tasks to focus on and which to neglect. Similarly, Berkman argues that to live life to the fullest, people must choose to settle. On the topics of boredom and distraction, Berkman argues that distractions, motivated by the desire to try to flee something painful about our experience of the present, are a way of seeking relief from the discomfort of confronting limitation. Instead of going against such discomfort, Berkman's advice is to acknowledge and accept such feelings, drawing parallels with Zen Buddhism. In the next section of the book, Berkman tackles the issues of not having enough time. Along with anxiety about the future, he begins with Hofstadter's law, the concept that tasks often take longer than people expect, even when factoring in Hofstadter's law itself. Berkman asserts that although planning is essential for a meaningful life, the future is both unpredictable and uncontrollable. By not demanding certainty that things will go as planned, one can begin to let go of anxiety. According to Berkman, even leisure time may become a means to an end in which activities for fun become additional to-do lists items. He brings up philosopher Kiran Satya's concept of an atelic activity. What is this? Presents an action or event as having a specific endpoint. So something with an endpoint. Oh, sorry, I should have just continued the sentence. An activity for which its value isn't derived from its telos or ultimate arm. Oh, atelic activity, okay. So something that isn't valuable because of its end. In a world that revolves around busyness and hurrying, patience is a virtue. The book posits that sticking with something allows for meaningful accomplishments. Berkman also discusses how people's lives have become increasingly uncoordinated, resulting in less meaningful social interaction. He recommends prioritizing activities in the physical world over the digital one, as well as choosing to spend more time with family, friends, and community. That's okay. Berkman champions what he calls cosmic insignificance therapy. What you do with your life doesn't matter all that much. And when it comes to how you're using your finite time, the universe absolutely could not care less. Instead of holding oneself to unreasonable standards of a well-spent life, by embracing cosmic insignificance, you get to spend your finite time focused on a few things that matter to you. In themselves, right now, in this moment. The appendix 10 Tools for Embracing Your Finitude offers 10 further suggestions for living according to this limit-embracing philosophy. By accepting the truth about limited time, one can be more intentional about accomplishing the things that matter. Adopt a fixed volume approach to productivity. Establish predetermined time boundaries for daily work. Serialize. Focus on one big project at a time. Decide in advance what to fail at. I would like to read more about that one. Focus on what you've already completed, not just on what's left to complete. Keep a done list. I guess that's good. I mean, if you keep a to-do list, just keep a done list so that you see how much progress you've made. Consolidate your caring. Consciously choose which causes to support. Embrace boring and single-purpose technology. Seek out novelty in the mundane. Pay more attention to every moment. Be a researcher in relationships. Deliberately adopt an attitude of curiosity with others. Cultivate instantaneous generosity. Whenever a generous impulse arises, act on the impulse immediately. Practice doing nothing. I should have read the numbers before each of those. That was 1 through 10. 4,000 Weeks has been featured in the New York Times, NPR, The Guardian, and The Atlantic. Following release, the book was on the New York Times bestseller list for 3 weeks. Time listed the book in its 100 must-read books of 2021. Filled with levity and gentle wisdom, Berkman's book helps shift readers' focus and values to encourage us to make the most of our time alive. That does seem like a good book. It's too bad my favorite book website is gone, dude. NoMoreBook.org, dude. The damn government took it offline. The feds, the police. But the Wikipedia page was good. With the G on the end. What is it? I would have 20. Gosh, if every 10 years is 500. What was it? It said plan what you're going to fail in advance. Decide in advance what to fail at. We'll leave it at this. I don't know how to turn that into something cute at the end. We have a downward carrot. The No tengo con quien conversar. I don't have anything I want to talk about other than my relation de pareja. Relation de pareja. Parents, maybe? Siento que mis inseguridades insecure the affection of negative affection, maybe. Hacer, what is hacer? I don't know how to hacer. No quiero, I don't want to end my relationship with her. De pareja. What is pareja? That can't be parents. That's gotta be something else, more specific. Oh shit. I don't know how to talk. My girlfriend probably. We can't reply to that because I don't fucking know Spanish. I got like barely enough to figure out what it said, so. Let's go back. Let's just write something here and um um I think that's all for today. I think that's all for today. I might come back online in a minute if Smack and Stone get on to play Overwatch. It doesn't seem like they're about to, though, because I think they're normally on by now. So, good night. Farewell.